Let's make a traditional Scottish Cloottie dumpling together. First thing I'm going to do is get my hair out of the way and get my hands washed. So my hair's out my face, I've washed my hands, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with 6 ounces of self-raising flour. So that's my 6 ounces of self-raising flour, and it is just going into my mixing bowl. Then the next bit is we're going to do 4 ounces of granulated sugar. So that's the sugar in. Then we're going to add 6 ounces of our toa beef suet. There is a vegetarian option that's available. Never used it before. Imagine it would work just the same. If you want to swap it out for the vegetarian one, I suppose you can. So that's our 6 ounces of suet. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these cups. I'm going to add a cup of raisins, a cup of sultanas, and a cup of currants. So that is 1 cup of sultanas ready to go into the bowl. So that is 1 cup of currants ready to go in. And that is 1 cup of raisins ready to go in. Now I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon. So that's it ready to go in. Then I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of mixed spice. Ready to go in. And 1.5 tablespoons of ginger, because I like it a little bit spicy. So that's 1, and we'll just do an extra half. So that's an extra half to go in there. So now I'm going to add some treacle, probably 3 spoons. Usually I have a bigger spoon, but it's currently in the wash. So we'll go for 3 of these. Just big heap spoons. Spoonful number 2. So actually looking at the mixture, I think 2 of the big spoons are probably enough. So I'm going to go wash my hands, wash off the treacle, and then we'll move on to the next part. So now I've got my bowl with my mixture in it already. I'm going to stick it under the electric mixer. So that's it in. Then I'm going to put on my whisk. Something I always really struggle to do. Here we go, whisk on. I'm going to close it down. So while the mixer's whisking around, to combine it, I'm just going to add some milk. Just a little bit at a time. We'll wait and see what it looks like, and then if we need to add more, we can. It's always easier to add more later than add too much, because you can't do it. So I just stopped the mixer just now. I'm just going to go around, skip everything off the sides, make sure that it's not missing any little bits that are catching on the side, and we'll give it another little mix. I've now got my pot of water on to boil, and the key to good dumplings, making sure you put a plate in the bottom of it so the dumpling sits on the plate and doesn't burn and stick to the bottom of the pot. So while I'm waiting on the water in the pot to boil, I'm going to get my dumpling cloth. I'm going to put it in this clean bowl here. We're going to soak it in hot water for just a couple of seconds, boiling water straight out the kettle. Just make sure this is wet. That's long enough. I'm going to take the cloth out, it's still wet. We're going to actually flour the cloth. So now that the cloth's wet, I've floured the cloth. So let me bring you down so I can show you what I've done. So this is my cloth here, so just spread of my self-raising flour on it because the cloth is wet, and we're going to dump the dumpling in the middle, just here. So I've now got my mixture. I'm going to dump it onto my cloth. Might need to get your hands involved, which is good. That tells me the mixture is not too wet, it's nice and sticky. And once again, I'm going to wash my hands. And this is where the tricky bit comes in. I've got to tie this up, so I'm going to bring corner to corner, diagonally, and then the other corner up, and the other corner, so it's sitting in the middle. Make sure it's nice and round. And then I'm going to get a little bit of string here. So I'm going to trim. That's probably about enough, like this. I'm just going to put it around the neck of my dumpling, like that. Make sure it is secured nice and tightly in a knot. Give it 3 dumps. Don't know why we do it. And I'm going to just open it and unfold it a little bit at the top, so it's like a flower. And then we'll take the lid off my pot, because that water is now boiling. I use my tongs because it's a full metal pot and it's very hot. And I'm going to put my whole thing in for 3 hours. And then keep the lid on, put a water bottle on top. Now it's time for my least favourite part, the clean up.